Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me today. I do hope you're well. Right, we're back in Poppyfields and we're hopefully starting on a new habitat today. First, we just got a few bits to finish up. So I did a little bit off camera, not on purpose. I actually started recording yesterday, and then my little girl who was trying to sleep at the time got upset. I had to go in, comfort her, get her down to sleep, and she slept on me. So I did not manage to do much. I literally did sort of 5 minutes. So one thing I did was put these two covers here because I thought this seating area needed some cover. And I thought these are such lovely pieces that I've used over here. It kind of keeps that theme going around this area. So I didn't mind reusing those there. I also set up a keeper hut inside this green building that we did, and I've done a work zone now between the keeper hut, the habitat, and the staff room that's in here. So that's all good. So we're kind of done now with the lake. I'm very happy with how that has turned out. So what have we got left? We've got this little area here, which I'm not going to turn into a habitat. It's too small. So I'm just going to just do a little bit of border work around that. And we've got over here, no, that was it, actually, that was it. Yeah, so you've got this side here, sorry, and then we've got this little bit just here. But to be honest, I don't mind bits like this being left as they are because it kind of works, you know. You don't need to fill every area. So some of this is just going to be left as it is. So what I was just going to do here, I was just going to paint this so it looks like it's sort of a maintained bit of grass. And I'm absolutely fine with that. I might just put down a couple of little bits of something. You know, these new pieces that we got, which are lovely. Oh, they're not there. Hang on. I thought they were in this bit. Apparently they're not. That's bizarre. Where are they then? Are they down the bottom of this? Ooh, look at that one. That looks kind of cool. Let's get a little bit of this one in here. Maybe just sort of growing around the base of these trees here. You know the bits I mean, the poppies and bits like that. Ooh, Virginia creeper. I don't think I've used that before. That's quite cool. Where are they? I have not downloaded the new what's the word I'm looking for? Honestly, my brain is just not working today. The new DLC is what I was trying to say. I have not done it yet. There we go. Let's just get a few of those in there. Just, you know, just you've got a little something growing in there. Makes it a bit more interesting, doesn't it? And then we've got this bit here, which again, I'm not actually going to do much with. What I will do is I will do the edge. And I'm going to continue this. I love this edging. I don't mind that I'm reusing it because it keeps the theme going. I think in a zoo like this, they would reuse the same kind of edging around quite a lot of the zoo because it just works. So why not? It's a kind of thing like they would have bought in a huge load of these rocks and used them for the edging all the way around the zoo. So yeah, why not? It doesn't mean I'm going to use them everywhere, but while it's working, this is always a little bit tricky. Might just have to come back there and just put in a couple of extra stones on the edge there. Okay, that is good. Let's just come in here, and what I will do is just grab a couple of them to fill that gap there. Beautiful. Right, and then yeah, so I'm just going to leave that open. I don't feel like I need to do extra stuff in here. I don't mind that you can see a bit of the badgers area there, and then we just got this is like a little meadow area. So yeah, I have no problem with that at all. Hopefully you don't either. So that's it. So that's our lake done. Okay, brilliant. So let's move on. So our next animal on the bus. Let's have a look. So I've done the palace cat now. So that can go. And I've done the swans. So we've got platypus, wallaby, capybara, and Tasmanian devil. I'm tempted because I've done a couple of sort of land ones. I'm tempted by platypus. Let's have a look at that. I know I said about capybara next, but I just fancy doing something that I've not done before. So what does the platypus need? Land requirement, water requirement, and deep water requirement. Good, okay, that's fine. I can do that. Let's do this. I think this could be fun. So let's have a look at the aerial view of our zoo. So logically, I need to be over here somewhere, don't I? So let's just come in here and just crack on with this. So a couple of things. Well, one thing in particular, I am really struggling to find time, and I know I've probably told you this before, but I literally get 3 hours a week to myself, where I'm on my own. My girlfriend's at work. My little girl is with grandparents, so I get 3 hours on a Tuesday, which is now when I'm recording this, and that's it to do everything. So that means doing everything from house maintenance to gardening, recording my YouTube. You know, all this stuff has to happen in these 3 hours. So you can imagine that isn't a lot. So yeah, I am struggling, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm struggling to get this to get these episodes recorded. It's proving to be very hard. I am trying. I promise you, I am trying. But I just want you to be aware, basically, of what I'm struggling with, and why there might not be as many regular videos coming out as I would like. Hang on, am I getting this all wrong with the whole snapping malarkey? I kind of wanted this to look quite round, but this bit here doesn't look right, does it? I'm not very good at doing these round bits and then straight. I'm doing something a bit odd here. I appreciate it's a bit different. So what I'm trying to do is create. I'm not really sure how I'm going to end this. Yeah. So what I want a nice area here that they can swim in, and then I want a couple of sort of thinner bits going down each side, and kind of wrapping around these walkways here. Okay, let's go with that. And then I'm just going to null barrier the rest and keep it nice and straight. And I'm just going to bring this like this for now, and then I'll work out exactly where I need that to go later on. Okay, let's zoom out and have a look. Yeah, okay, this is good. Right. So they do need some deep water, but I can give them that in here. Hopefully I can do that. Now, how is that going to look? Yeah, so no, I don't want to do that because the barrier isn't going to work if I do that. How about I give them, let's do this, let's give them a deep bit just here. Okay, that's gone very deep, but that's fine. Right, and then I need to build up a bit here. So if I can get that in, and then I can do flatten to foundation on this. Let's just bring that up, and I can kind of bring this up around the back here. And then bring that into there. Right, this is all a bit of an experiment. It says no. Okay. Why does it say no? I think it's probably because these barriers need to go right into the land. So let's come into here. Let's sink this right in. And the same here. And then if I can lift the whole thing up. Water has never been my strong point in this game. Okay, good. Now hopefully I can... Yeah, there we go. Bring that down to about there. Right, how does that look? Excellent. So I want this to be lovely and clear. Do I want some mist on it? Does that put mist in it or on it? How about bubbles? I quite like the bubbles. Don't think I need the mist. Let's get rid of the mist. I don't think I need quite so many bubbles. Oh no, I don't want the natural water colour. There we go. So I want it all to be seen, basically. That's the idea. This is cool, actually. I like that it's gone incredibly deep. It kind of gives them options, doesn't it? Brilliant. And you can see it all the way around. These side bits haven't quite gone as far as I'd like, but it's good. It's good. I like it. Just gives a little bit extra. Right, and obviously I do need them to be able to get up onto the land, so I will create something for them for that. Now, one thing I haven't done is put in a gate, which would be a sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? Now let's see how this works. I need it to be like this. Yeah, see this is where I go wrong here, because I can never quite figure out the best way. I think what I have to do is kind of raise that up, and that one. Oh man, why is that? No, why is that selected the whole thing? There we go, I just want that one up there. And then I can put a gate like that. Okay, where's the gate gone? Why is the gate sunk through the floor? Okay, good, I've got a gate. Phew, right. I'm sure there's better ways of doing that. I've never been particularly good at that particular side of this game. I'm just gonna bring that further back. Good. Okay, so that's going to be the entrance, and they'll have a little building up here, and then they'll have land, and I might do some sort of viewing thing back here as well at some point. We'll see. For now, this is kind of what I wanted. So let's get this connected. So for now, I'll just make this a normal pathway. I'm not going to do a staff path on it for now. Let's get this brought down to the ground. Beautiful. Right, and I'm just going to swing this round the corner here. This may well change. For now, I just want that connected, just so I can get animals in. Lovely. Now let's go to our animal trading. Whoops, wrong one. And put in that platypus. I've never even seen these in a game yet, so I have no idea what they're going to look like. I'm going to get 8 of them, because I don't think they're particularly big, and I do want you to be able to see them. Lovely. Right, let's quickly just speed that up and get the animals in. So what was I saying? I was saying something, wasn't I? Yes, time. So time is tight, basically. I'm really struggling to get time to do things. For example, today I've got a load of gardening that I need to do, and So I'm only getting one episode done today. I've already got one done over the weekend, but again, it was Easter weekend, so we were away. Oh wow, this is they are very small. Yeah, we were away over the weekend, so I didn't get any recording done then. So yeah, just struggling a little bit to get stuff recorded. Life gets in the way, unfortunately. I am trying, I promise. Right, let's see how this is going to work. Are they too small? I mean, they are small. But I don't mind them having a big habitat as long as we can see them. So yeah, I think that's fine. I might need some more of them. But they're going to enjoy being in here, so I think I'm okay with it. Okay, good. Right, let's think. How do I want to do this? I think the water. I think I'm going to create a bit of a rocky thing with the water, like a rock floor. Let's have a look at doing that. So if I go Taiga, I love these big pieces. So what I might just do is create a little template like this. Whoops. Which I can use to kind of fill this whole area, basically, is what I'm thinking. So kind of right. Let's just. Oh, hang on. Right. So yeah, something like this, and then I can do a bit of a copy and paste around the edge. I'll probably do something actually very different outside there, so I don't need to worry too much about that, I don't think. It's really just getting that inside bit covered, and I will make it more interesting as well. Okay, you get kind of an idea there. How do they look? Yeah, they're still quite small, aren't they? But that's okay. Right, let's do a bit of work around this edge. You know, I don't want to hide the area that they've got to swim in, but I do want it to look nice. It's another one of these things where you kind of just keep layering and layering. It's one of my favourite words in this game, layer. Layer and layer and layer. And eventually you get to a point where you're happy. So let's go down. I'm going to leave this lovely deep bit because I think it looks really cool. I'll probably put some enrichment or something down there just to give them a reason for going right to the bottom. And then just cover this stuff in here. Make it a little bit stepped there. Beautiful. And then we can always do this kind of thing as well. Have a little sort of raised bit like that. You know, I don't need a lot actually poking out of the water, but it's nice just to give them a bit of variety under the water, isn't it? Good, okay, that's looking nice. Lots of people coming to see them, which is good. And they're swimming nice and deep down here, which is nice to see. Let's just see, yeah, they can get up on these rocks as well, so that's nice. Cool, okay. So what do I want to do around the outside here? I want to do something sort of custom. Let's have a look at some wood. Now, I seem to recall there was, yeah, we've got this piece, which I quite like. Let me just stick that down for a minute. Let's see what else we've got. Stuff like that, potentially. I think something like this is, yeah, see that's a lovely piece on the opposite side actually, so something like that, although it might, no. Let's just pop that down there for a second. And let's see what else. What's that one? No. Oh, I forgot about that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I like that. It's a shame it's in the shape of Australia. What have we got here? No, that's a bit too small. I know you can obviously duplicate things up in size, but no. There's always doors as well. There's some of these doors, I imagine, have got nice textures on the other side. You know, there's always these. But I wanted something with a different texture. What has that got on the other side? No, that's not enough texture on that one. Right, do you know what? I think I'm happy with this. I don't know why it's put that in. I don't think that's not wood, is it? No. That's a nice big piece, but again, it's not textured particularly interestingly. There's so many wooden pieces here. There's bound to be bits that I'm missing, but driftwood. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we've got those bits of driftwood. Those are nice, but actually probably a bit too big. That looks pretty funky, doesn't it? Okay, do you know what? I could look through there for hours, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go with this one. So let's see what I can do with this. So I think what I want to do is create a template like this. So let's just get that together. Whoops. Oh, wait. What? Oh, that's weird. The texture disappears if you get too close to it. Or too far away. That is bizarre. How weird is that? It looks great from there. If you get too close, the texture disappears. That's probably just a graphics setting. Interesting though. Right, okay. I can work with it, it's fine. Right, now what I'm going to do is create an edge at the front. Something like that. And then I want to kind of just create a nice step with it. So my theory, I've got to get rid of that angle snapping. So my theory is that it goes along the edge like this. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it to have an edge on this side as well, aren't I? Oh, I got rid of the angle snap. I hope this works. So my hope, let's get rid of that snapping, is once I set this to the right height, is that I can create a kind of a lip around here. I've got to make sure the right edge is forward, of course. It's like every other one though, I'm going to have to manipulate the height, which is quite annoying. But I think it'll work in the end. I might not need to manipulate the height. If I do, I'll probably come back and do it at the end. Yeah, because it is graphically glitching just a little bit. Just Just got to try and get this just right. So I'm covering up the grass, but not overhanging the pathway too much. Again, this is just, I'm just trying to be different. I don't want to just do the same edging over and over and over again. I want to spice it up a bit. Keep it looking different. Right, and then here, get out of the way, you. You're standing right where I need to see. Here it gets a bit tricky because I've got to overlap them enough, sort of like that. Luckily, the other end are hidden by the rocks, so I don't need to worry about what that looks like. Oh, I do hope this works. No doubt you'll let me know if you don't like it. That is what you're here for after all. Right, how far do I need to take this? I think this looks good, and I'll just bring it down. I'll just bring it down to there for now. And then we'll come back this way, and I'll continue it over here. One of those things when you're building stuff like this, it never always looks good straight away. That's what I'm telling myself anyway, because it doesn't. Because it's all about those finishing touches. So for now, it's going to look a little bit bare bones, I suppose is the word. Okay, it's looking nice, I like it. The idea is if you had this in a real zoo, it would probably be done so that people could kind of step onto it if they wanted. I know they don't in this game because that's not how the game works, but I think that's kind of the idea. And potentially you would put up little signs saying don't step on here, or don't touch the glass, maybe something like that. Now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to highlight every other one and just lift them up a tiny bit, just so we're not getting these graphical glitches. Actually, that one was okay because I did that one first and that one. So let's go from here. So I'm hoping if I just do every other one, like that, and then I can just very gently, there we go, just ease that up, just hang on, there we go, just a tiny bit, and it stops all the graphical glitches. Good, okay, that's looking nice actually. And I can always put some things along here. I could put some nice flower pots or something, can't I, decorate it. Yeah, we can still see our animals, which is nice. Again, I might still get more. We are, oh no, that's not glitches, that's just drawing the detail, isn't it? Yeah. Good, okay, so let's just come out and see. I think that works nicely actually around this bend here. I think that's a really cool little design. Kind of keeps the theme going as well because we've got all the aquatic stuff here, so it makes sense that we have more aquatic stuff next to it as well. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. So we'll need to do an indoor area over here. They're not, at the moment, they're not coming up on the land at all, which is odd. Let me just make sure they're getting top food quality. Let's rename this Platypus. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to belch at you. And let's just sort this out. So, as far as a work zone is concerned, I may do, yeah, I think I'll do a whole new thing over here somewhere. So a staff room and a keeper hut over here for whatever else happens around here. So I have like a little staff area there, which can be connected to this one, and then something, there'll be more habitat coming around the back of it, I guess, around this way. But yeah, there we go. That's going to do it for this episode. So a decent start there, I think. I quite like that we got these rocks here that are the same as the ones in here, actually. So it kind of works together And I can always decorate these in the same way to blend the whole area together. That'll look good. But for now, I'm going to call it a day there. So there we go. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you think about the Platypus habitat over here. And again, if you've got any more animal suggestions, like I said, I haven't got the new animal pack yet, but I will get it soon. If you've got any more ideas or thoughts or suggestions, please do leave a comment down below. If you want to help me out, then please do hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do that too, because we are on our way to 1,000. We've passed 700. 1,000 is our next target. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate your company. I do hope you've had a good time. I will see you again in the next episode, I hope. Until then, take care. Bye for now.